Welcome to another episode, Change Tomorrow Today. So it's a treat when the gentlemen's meet.
Man, church.
Today we're going to be talking about Generation Z. Today we have a special guest, Jaden, that's going to be with us today. I'm Al.
Man, y'all already know my name, baby. I'm Ralph, you know what I'm saying? So today we got a special episode for you guys, man. We have Jaden here. And what we wanted to do is we want to kind of like bridge the gap between our generation and his generation. As a parent, we're both parents. So as a parents, a lot of times we hear from other parents, they're having, confusion as far as like, why my child behave or doing this, or how come they so antisocial, and then blah, blah, blah. There's so many misconceptions, you know what I'm saying, and so many like lack of communication going on between us and our children that we don't take the time to fully understand them. So we're going to bridge that gap today with Jaden. You know what I'm saying? He's a very smart, intelligent young man, and we're going to smooth it out for you guys, you know what I'm saying? So, Al, you want to kick it off, brother?
Yeah, for sure, man. What, Jaden, man, tell the viewers a little bit about yourself, man.
My name is Jaden. I'm 16. What should I say?
Well, okay. Let me throw you a bone. Tell us how you was raised. Tell us how you was raised, man. Like how you was raised with both parents, with your mom, your dad. Tell us about you.
I was raised by a single mom. My mom was in the military.
Okay.
So I guess from a young age, I was always, I don't want to say moving around, but not moving around in like an unstable manner, but moving around because due to she was in the military.
Yeah.
I was exposed to a lot, so I appreciate her for that. Just being in different environments, but also having a mom that's been in what people would call the hood, but then she's in the suburbs and she's in like an official job. She's always showed me like how to code switch or just adapt to your environment.
Yeah.
So I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I think one of the very main questions that I have for you, man, being that you were a military kid and your mom, obviously she moved a lot, it wasn't unstable. And with this new generation, how has it been to make friends? You know what I'm saying?
Making friends is, I could speak for me, it's changed. Like when I was younger, making friends was super easy because I was like, you're little kids. So it's like, if I like the color blue, you like the color blue, then boom, we click and now we're best buddies. Yeah. I think getting older, along with social media, I think socializing to become just like a little weird because it's like you're so used to just seeing people online, socializing, swiping up on stories and DMing. So it's like when it come to talking in real life, for me, at a certain point, it was almost like you're not used to it, especially after quarantine and stuff like that. Right. It was just almost like a social wall because everybody was just so used to being socializing on the phone and socializing through social media.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, I don't want to say reality was distorted, but it's just like, it's just different than what it was before.
Yeah, because one of the main things I've noticed, now it's even prior before to COVID or whatever, but I kind of noticed that, like, because I have a daughter, she's around your age. Kind of noticed like kids you guys' age that's growing up in this generation are kind of like almost a little bit antisocial.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like you guys are very to yourselves. Like you see how you got on the hoodie. And it's not even cold.
Yeah,
my daughter does the same, and I'm saying to my wife would try to make a big deal about it. She's like, it's hot, and I try to think back about some of the things that we probably used to do. Right. To our parents, it was kind of weird because it used to be Scullies. And it's hot outside. We got on Scullies. So, but it's hot outside. Y'all got on a hoodie. So it kind of makes sense. But why do you think it is, man? Like you guys are so antisocial. Do you feel like social media plays a role in that because it takes away the social part of it, like the in-person social part away from it?
Yeah, I think it takes the organic part of socializing away.
Okay.
So it's like I said, when you're so used to texting and using emojis and only talking through the phone, it's like you can get to know somebody for years through the phone and y'all meet in real life and it's almost like y'all don't know what to say. It's awkward. Because it's just like it's not real socializing.
Got it. Let me ask you a question. Sorry to cut you off, Jaden. Yeah. What it's like being in school today? Like, like with the social life, making friends, like what is, like, just tell me, like, You know what I'm saying? Just give me a rundown.
I guess for different people, it could be different things. Because it's like, let's say on social media, you're the person that got all the clothes and the followers and likes and whatnot. You might feel more confident in school. You might feel like you're already accomplished or like you're at a certain stature. But then if you're like one of the people that your likes a little low, you ain't getting that many comments, you ain't getting that many followers, you might feel like you're less than certain other people.
Wow.
So that's definitely a factor in how
the likes play a factor.
To an extent, yeah. To an extent, yeah.
So let me ask you something in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you like a girl, because, you know, back in the days, if we like a girl,
Mm-hmm.
you know, we'll write on a piece of paper, do you like me or not? And the girl will put a number on the paper.
Yeah.
So with you guys, how do you guys exchange information? Do you exchange numbers or you guys exchange social media information?
You could exchange numbers, but like the norm at this point, you'll walk up on a girl you think she fine, like, hey, can I get your Instagram? You'll get her Instagram. You might like a story a couple times, or it's like how would y'all hop down on a girl in y'all time? Like, let's say, boom, you in the mall, you walking, you see some bad junk, you like, okay, I'm finna go talk to her.
You want to set it up?
Yeah, I mean, man, back in our days, if we seen a girl, we like her, we walk up to her, we say what we got to say to her. It was either yay or nay. That was simple as that. You know, and we had a lot of confidence doing it too. You know, we and the things that you guys going through today, we ain't have to go through all that, man.
Yeah.
I was driving the bucket and I was having pretty girls, man. You know,
I had no problem with girls.
we had no problems, man.
Listen, man.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing about it, God bless me with a person that I can crack jokes all day. If I can get you to laugh and smile, I can definitely get you. You know what I'm saying? So it was really simple. It was never really about like stature or whatever.
Right.
You know, like I think for us, stature became a thing for us as we became older and our minds developed more. We wanted to have finer things. But it was never because we, you know, when we was younger, we had to pretend or portray a certain way. We were just ourselves. Like you said, man, we drove buckets. And we got pretty girls with no issues, you know?
No issues.
And I do want to say, like, I don't want to make it seem like because social media is a factor now that you can't do what y'all did.
Okay.
I just think now it's like much more of like a mix. Because you got the people that can, like, boom, you can't just walk down and hop on a girl like, hey, man, let me get your number. I think you look good type junk. But then you got the people that's going to walk up, hey, bro, let me get your Instagram. I think you look good. You'll go on the Instagram, like a couple pictures. You might wait a week, a couple days before you DM her. But y'all done met in real life first. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, yeah.
But see, hold up. Sorry to cut you off, bro.
ahead,
You see, like, back in our days, we used to do something called caking. You know, we'd get a girl number and we'd be on the phone for hours, man. That's how we communicated with the girls, you know? And how do you, like, I don't get it. Like, how do you communicate just through social media? Like,
I mean,
pictures
it's
and
the same
DMing?
thing, though.
Like, you know, texting and all, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's just a different way of getting the girl. Because it's like you could show interest, like, okay, I done liked a couple pictures. You might throw a little comment with the hard eyes. She might reply, okay, boom, boom, boom. You getting the DM. But we'll still cake on the phone for hours.
Oh, y'all still cake?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
You know, you got FaceTime and whatnot. So it's not like that's extinct.
okay.
You know, to be honest, man, like, I sometimes I laugh at this generation, not at you guys per se, but like the things that you guys have as far as tools. Because I think to myself, I say, man, if we had this stuff when we were growing up, I think the world would be worse than what it is. You know, because we were so outgoing, right? We were so outgoing and so forthcoming that if you was to place a phone in our hands and said we could speak to any girl around the world that we want to talk to, with the confidence that we had, it would be a problem. Right. You know, because we were so used to just coming up to you and just striking conversation. And then we, believe it or not, we're going to get our way regardless. You know what I'm saying? You may not be interested, but you don't know that you are interested. And I'm going to make you feel like you're interested, whether you are or not. You know what I'm saying? That's what convincing is, you know what I'm saying? Kicking game is. But one of the things I've come to realize, too, having a daughter, she deals with a lot of anxiety. Not I don't think it's on purpose or anything like that, but you guys have so much more stress, right? Because like when we was in school, the most we had to worry about when we were in school was fire drills. You know, you guys have a lot more things on your plate. You guys have to deal with social media, being cool, being perceived a certain way, right? But also, too, you have, while you're in school, you have to worry about mass shootings and everything like that. Your grades, you know what I'm saying? Pleasing my mom, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I had the same, pleasing my mom, but also, too, I have to be social with my friends, hanging out with my friends, you know, make sure my reputation is intact, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's a lot for you guys to go through, man.
Yeah.
Whereas as us, we were just kids, man.
Yeah.
Like whatever we was into is just what we was into.
Yeah.
There was no worries, no
Y'all
nothing.
never. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
so
no.
y'all never dealt like with anxiety at a young age.
No, for what? We ain't had no anxiety.
No anxiety.
The only time we have anxiety is like, damn, how I'm gonna approach this girl.
Yeah, that's it. That was the only anxiety we had.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like if we like the girl,
How am I gonna get her?
Get her. How I'm gonna approach her.
That was it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Man, it's almost like having some type of mental illness at this point is like normal.
It's not normal though.
It's not normal.
It's not normal, man. It's a lot because I watch it, I observe it, and there's a lot of parents that's going through a lot with their children because they don't understand their child, right? Because you know, you guys, for us, I think the difference with you guys and us is the things that we used to do, like when we was into bad things, we would hide it better. Like, you know, like
We had shame.
yeah,
So
like
we
for
had-
me,
we had
like when
shame.
I used to when I first got into like smoking, how my mom found out is because I was like, no, how my mom found out is I was just
Nah, I
like,
relate.
I just got tired of just trying to hide, you know.
I feel you.
So I just told her, and then I told her, listen, man, it's either I'm gonna have to be in the car driving around smoking, trying to hide it from you, or you I'm telling you, I could just chill on the balcony and just smoke. But my mom, the way my mom raised me is like it was not like how would I say, like do whatever I say.
Yeah.
She kind of like understood, you
My
know.
mama the same way.
Yeah, she kind of like understood me in a little bit, and she gave me room to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Not major, but she gave me room. So she was like, okay, well, if you're gonna smoke and I can't stop you, at least just smoke on the balcony.
Yeah, my mama.
You see what I'm saying?
literally
Yeah.
the same.
I can agree with that because I remember when I started dealing with girls,
Mhm.
my mother used to always tell me, I would rather you deal with the girl in my home versus being out in the streets.
Because
At
then
least
there's no
everything is controlled, so I
Yeah.
see what's going on.
and
Right.
I don't got to worry about the police
Yeah.
and this and that, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it seems like there's a lot of parents today. They're just so stuck in how they were brought up and how they grew up. They don't want to take the time to kind of understand their children. You know what I'm saying?
Like being more open minded.
Yeah.
Open minded.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's a major issue that we're all going through. A lot of people are going through it. Like for me, like I'm the easygoing one. My daughter got me in the palm of her hands. You know what I'm saying? My wife, she's the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have no teeth with my daughter. I ain't got no bite. You know what I'm saying? That's princess. I got no bites. You know what I'm saying? But the thing, like I say, I notice with a lot of parents, they don't know how to deal with you guys. They don't.
I
know.
think it's just, sorry to cut you off. I think it's just that break in perspective on things.
Okay.
Because it's like, let's say the smoking thing. It's like you might have an old school parent. She might be like, if what I say goes. If I say you can't smoke, you can't smoke.
Yeah.
But then you might have a kid that come from the perspective of like, well, Mom, it's not that I'm trying to be disobedient, but it's like if I'm telling you I'm gonna smoke, it's like you rather
Nothing you
me
could do about it.
keep sneaking
Right.
or just chill near the crib and we could just have some type of peace with the situation. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I don't know, man. Like, it's really just that break in perspective, to be honest.
Let me ask you this question though,
Yeah.
Jaden. You know, back in our day or whatever, you know, we had any issues or we did anything wrong, you know, we didn't run to the internet, you know, and air out our laundry out on the internet. Because, you know, I'm seeing it more and more with this generation. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if someone's having issues with this person, they always run into the internet when they air it out. Or if they did something they had no business doing, it's like they're basically snitching on themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, can you, like what is the reason behind that? You know, do you think it's clout chasing? You know, like, do you think, okay, how should I put it? Do you think, with the younger generation, do you think some people are trying to prove themselves? You know,
As far as what situation, like what?
you know, like, you know, they'll commit an act,
Okay.
something, right? And they're
That's
just
definitely in a
Right.
situation like that. That's definitely a person just trying to portray themselves or something.
okay.
Because it's like with social media, the thing that social media offers to somebody, you get the chance to be somebody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a person might not even be per se like that, but then
Right.
it's like if you know you just went and did that or did that, people might go and do something just to post it on social media to be like, oh, I just did this, I'm like that, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that could be that's definitely a reason for why people may do that.
Yeah, clout chasing.
I feel like as far as like cries for help, it's wishy-washy because then you got the clout chaser that might just be looking for sympathy and attention, that might go live crying, trying to get attention and validation from other people. But then you got the other people where they know social media might reach a person that can relate or understand.
Okay.
So it's like then you might have the person on their story really looking for help. But at the same time, social media is so fake and real. It's like it's so distorted that you'll really not know the difference.
Got it.
So yeah.
Why is this so hard for you guys to like deal with anxiety, man? Like you guys are like, you know, because it's the suicide rate is so high.
So high.
You know, like what is it that is like pressuring you guys, or that you guys feel like you can't overcome? Because you guys are so young, you have so much ahead of you, you know. But it seems like, you know, it's the suicide rate is extremely high. Like, what is that about?
I could speak for me. Dealing with anxiety was just, in the beginning, it's kind of hard to understand because when you first deal with anxiety, you might not even know what you're anxious about. You could just be in a certain place at a certain time and just get that feeling of like you losing control.
Oh, okay.
But then, like for me, I know the first time I really dealt with anxiety was really like 9th grade. Like throughout my whole life, I was always really like a more shy, reserved around people I wasn't comfortable with. And then when I get around my friends, and I'm the more rambunctious, you know, life of the party. But like I'll say like 9th grade, really after quarantine, I do think quarantine definitely played a role in people's emotions and whatnot. Because it's like when you just really locked in a room every day. When you're really just locked in a room every day, and the only way you're communicating is probably on the game, texting, FaceTime. I feel like when you do come in contact after so long with a person in real life, it almost feels like foreign.
Yeah, it feels weird.
To an extent. And then like for my situation, boom, I live in Jacksonville where it's almost like everybody feels connected. Like if you're from Jacksonville, you know everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
So it's like, boom, I'm coming to high school, I'm seeing everybody clicked up. This person know this person from elementary. This person know this person from this their cousin or this their brother. Mind you, I was a military child, so I was always moving around. So now I moved to Jacksonville. I got there around 5th, 6th grade. So it's like I know some people, but it's like I'm coming into a classroom, everybody already got everything situated. I'm like, bro, I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know where I belong. It's like I'm gonna just chill by myself. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when we were growing up, we dealt with the same situation because my mother moved a lot. I went from New York, Boston, New Jersey, Canada, down here. So we moved a lot. But not for me, like, I guess maybe I dealt with anxiety. I don't know. But at not one ever time did my suicide enter my mind, or like I don't want to hurt myself, or, you know. So to me, it's kind of weird because, you know, it's like I said, I understand, you know, the trials and tribulations and everything like that. But I don't understand why I take it to such extremity, you know what I'm saying? Like, why it goes to that level of, you know, to where you want to end your life. Because I said, whatever you're going through now, it seems big and major because you're in the moment. This is just like a speck of your life. You see?
Well, you know what's so crazy? It's like, I don't know if it is because of social media, but sometimes that speck may feel as big as how you feel it. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, as far as the suicide, it's like, I guess you could feel like a lot of people may not understand.
Got it.
Really?
If that makes sense. Like, whenever you could be going through some, and it's like, boom, you might have a parent who's from y'all generation who really may not have the perspective of a younger person going through what we might be going through. So then it's like, dang, I can't even talk to my mom about this because, like, I don't even think she'll get it.
Got it.
But then it's like, you might not want to talk to somebody your age because it's like, man, what if I tell bruh some junk, we getting into it, and then next thing you know, he on his his story or this girl on her spam, close friends talking about it. Now other people know your business, so it's like you might really feel cornered in whatever you're going through.
Wow.
Let me ask you, right. But let me ask you this question though, Jaden. Do you guys have like an outlet, like in school, like resources, like if you're feeling a certain way, like anxiety, suicidal, like do you guys have like an outlet in school?
I mean, of course you got like a guidance counselor, but then it's like, as a kid, why would you want to go tell a stranger your deepest, darkest feelings? You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, I feel like when you get to a point where you want to be vulnerable to somebody that you feel you can relate to, and somebody that's going to understand what you're going through. And then we also know that you tell a guidance counselor something too crazy, they what's it called?
Yeah, called DCF.
Yeah, they got to report it to somebody else. They're gonna bring it to your parents. Now it's like, man, I was just trying to confide in you, and now it's a whole situation.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
wow.
I could say like for me, and it could be a lot of other people. I know like one of my outlets is like music. I love music. I love to. I don't want to say get lost in it, but yeah, you can escape in it.
It's funny you said that because music is my outlet. Like if I'm dealing with anything, because music is universal, man. You just listen to some music and you just free your mind or whatever, and whatever you're dealing with or whatever, you just let it go. And so I get your point. Go ahead.
And even creating music, like that's a really good outlet for me. I love doing that.
So what are some of the music that you're into? Like just asking.
I think my favorite artist of all time would probably be Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Juice WRLD. Right now I'm into like Jace, Yeet, Glock 40 Spaz. Let me go through my playlist. Let me see.
I don't even know who none of those people are.
I know Juice WRLD.
I don't know who none of those people are.
I love Valet.
See, I don't know these
Break-ins.
I only know Juice WRLD.
My daughter will probably know. I don't know.
Lucky. As far as Juice WRLD, it was just like, it was really relatable. And like you said, music is an escape. So it's like if you in class and you feeling that anxiety, or you feel that feeling of like, that dark feeling is coming. It's like, man, you might just cut on some Juice WRLD because you'll hear somebody that really understand what you're going through.
Like the struggles.
Yeah.
So what was your take when Juice WRLD passed away? Like, how did you take it? Did you feel like you lost? It's like, okay, did you feel like you knew Juice WRLD? Like, because you said that you're a fan. Like, did you feel like you connected with him? Like, you know the individual?
Well, Juice passed in like 2019. For me, sadly, I became a Juice fan shortly after he passed.
Okay.
So how I got into Juice WRLD, it was quarantine. I was actually watching a Fortnite stream.
Okay.
I think what was his name? Faceway. He was playing Fortnite, and he had like on Twitch streams you can play like music in the background. So he was playing this unreleased Juice song, and a lot of like, I don't want to say it's like a trend, but a lot of things that happen to artists is like their music will get leaked.
Okay.
So it was like files would just come out of all that unreleased music. So he was playing an unreleased Juice WRLD playlist, and he was like, "Yo, if y'all give me the however many followers on Twitter, I'll drop the playlist." So I don't know what it was. I was never really the biggest fan of Juice WRLD. Like the only songs I love was like All Girls Are the Same, and probably like Robbery, some of a couple other few songs. His biggest songs. So I'm creating Twitter accounts, just follow him. He finally got to he got to his goal, and he dropped the playlist. And then from there I just started listening to a bunch of unreleased Juice WRLD. And the difference was like the released Juice WRLD, I feel like a lot of people had like the wrong thought about him because it was like, oh, all he make is sad music. Okay. So it was like, it might kind of push you away. That's not the vibe you're trying to be in. The unreleased Juice WRLD, it was more like, it showed all sides of him. Okay. And like I told you earlier, I feel like I'm a person that has a lot of sides to me, and I can relate to a lot of different people and things. So when I'm hearing a hype Juice WRLD, a mellow Juice WRLD, a sad Juice WRLD, a happy Juice WRLD, I'm like, oh, this dude is way more than what I thought. I had a whole different perspective on him. And then from then on, I started going back to his release work, like Death Race for Love, Goodbye, and Good Riddance. Then they dropped the posthumous albums. And that's how I became a fan of Juice WRLD.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, his death did kind of hit, because it was like, I was more so wondering like, dang, he made all of this music in the span of 2-3 years. I wonder what he could have made he was still here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Right.
You know, you guys have like a plethora of different, like, the music, it's a new artist every day.
Yeah.
Drugs is a new one every day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, I'm saying, like, you guys have a new something every day.
Yeah.
There's nothing that's...
Drugs is definitely crazy.
There's nothing of importance. Everything is replaceable. Everything new, the next day something new comes out. Something new comes out. So growing up, we didn't have that, man. Like, we had to cherish what we had.
Mm.
You know, whether it be friendships that we had growing up, or a certain artist that we like, we was loyal to that artist.
Yeah.
It seems like today you kids have so many different options that is driving you guys to really crazy.
Yeah, it's like our attention spans are definitely way shorter, especially with apps like TikTok, where you could watch 200 videos in 30 minutes, and you get home, it's 3 o'clock, you get on TikTok, you look up, it's 8 o'clock, it's dark, you be like, oh, Chuck, I've been on TikTok 4 hours, I ain't even eat yet. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely it's definitely changed like attention span and the way we consume. That's why songs now be a minute 32 minutes versus y'all songs. You might cut on the Kanye songs 5 minutes. Right. And I almost feel like I can't even tolerate a song like that no more, because it's like, yo, I feel like I could have listened to 2-3 songs in the span of this song.
You being raised by your mother and she being a single mother,
yeah,
and you seeing how strong women are, obviously from her generation and how strong she is. So you know she represents that at the time. Do you think her generation, as compared to your generation, was a lot more, like, mentally speaking, a lot more stronger than you guys are? Because I think, like, you guys are, like, so, like, everything is so emotional. Everything is so, like, life-ending and life-threatening for you guys.
I definitely do think y'all are mentally stronger, because I feel like y'all had to live in the stuff that y'all went through, if that makes sense. So it's like, let's say you come home from school and you didn't have a bad day. It's like you can't just get on the game and play the game for hours, or get on TikTok and lose track of time, or play 100 different songs because that's what you got access to. Y'all got probably that one CD, played a couple songs that you got on there, a couple movies, the one game that go on the Game Boy, and that's really what you got. Or you go outside with your siblings. It's like, now I feel like when you're able to numb everything that you're going through, when you finally get out of it and all of it crashes down at once, it is harder to deal and cope with it. So
solution wise for you guys, as far as like you being able to relate, because this is your time, this is your day. Solution wise, what's some of the solutions you think, you know, for you guys, as far as like building your mind to be stronger? You guys, what's the approach you think you guys, a lot of your peers, you think could take to become stronger? Because like I say, emotionally, man, you guys are like so like soft with it.
Could take, or the ones we do take?
Good take.
I think that what would definitely help would definitely be a social media detox, or like probably just putting your phone down. Like I didn't had to do it before. Like, bro, I gotta just delete Instagram. Wow. And I ain't even. You
gotta delete it, not just put the phone down.
And I ain't even famous on Instagram. I don't even got stuff holding me there, but just being on the app or being on TikTok, I might have to delete TikTok, because I'm just like, bro, I'm on it too much. I can't even. Damn. I'm tripping. Yeah.
Like that. So that's what my daughter be doing when she on the phone. She on TikTok and all that.
TikTok, YouTube, you got Netflix on there, Hulu, all that. It's like, it's really never ending.
Remember, bro, we didn't have that. We played outside.
So it's really like a never ending escape.
Escape, yeah.
To an extent.
What are you guys escaping exactly? I mean, to be honest with you, man, if you in a loving home and you have a good parent providing, what's escaping? What
I think the difference is, for y'all, right, when you were 14, 15, 16, going through the regular teenage emotions and hormones flowing and just experiencing new emotions and all those feelings for the first time, like I said, y'all had to live in it. So it's like, if you getting a little turn, you like, man, I'm trying to get me a girl or whatnot, you gonna go get you a girl. But it's like, now you might have a 12-year-old, 10-year-old, he might get him a little feeling, he gonna go on the phone and find something. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
find somewhere on the phone.
Something to get off to. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Or it's like,
I I know what you mean.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I feel like what was the question again? Because I was going somewhere with that.
I was talking about you guys building mental strength. Like what's the mental
Yeah,
advice?
I feel like it's harder for us to build mental strength because you were saying when we were escaping.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you going through a normal emotion, you have so many ways to escape it. I feel like y'all had to live in y'all emotions and deal with them the natural way.
Yeah.
So it's like by the time you hit 21, 22, you done already went through the process and dealt with it and had the maturity, or I say matured and grow to like, okay, I know how to deal with that whenever it comes. Yeah. But it's like you got kids now. If he was 12 and started feeling anxiety, or he on the phone, he already numbing it. Or this kid, he might want to get into some drugs. I ain't trying to deal with this. Hey, where the weed at? Where this at? You know what I'm saying? He already finding ways to get out of it. But it's like if you're doing that from such a young age, by the time you get to 16, 17, you so used to numbing and escaping stuff. Right. When it really start crashing down on you, now the regular emotion that y'all felt is like extreme emotions to us because we never really dealt with them.
To be honest, when I was in school and I used to watch kids do drugs, and I ain't talking about weed, I'm talking about drugs. Yeah. Because they used to be, I went to a school that was really mixed, and I remember I was sitting behind this one particular kid. He took a pill and he started smashing it, broke it down and smoothed it out. And I'm watching him snorting. I'm watching him. He looking at me like it's a cool, and I'm looking at him like, you a junkie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, you nasty, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. It seems like you guys are like more like into like you guys are accepting that kind of stuff. It's like the more addicted a person is to whatever it is that they're into, the more they are a junkie, the more you guys seem to accept them. Whereas for us, it was like, no, we're not dealing with you. You're a baser.
Mm-hmm. That's what
it's just so glorified now. Mm-hmm. And I feel like every generation has that. Because, like, I'll say for y'all generation, y'all had the gangster little rap music. Mm-hmm. So, like, even from that time, violence and stuff like that was glorified. But I feel like the more time goes on and the more time just humans got time to ponder on things and just let it seep into your consciousness. It's like by the time you get to 2020 and you got so many artists doing so many things and so many kids that's so influential, it just gets glorified over a time and it gets to that point where it becomes cool. Yeah.
Man, it's really crazy, man. Yeah. It's amazing to watch too because you guys have the world in the palm of your hands, where you guys can actually do so many different things with it, good and bad. Good and bad. It's sad because at the same time it's taking away a lot of you guys like strength away from you guys. You guys are like a lot more addicted to certain things. Even like you just said, even the social media, you guys are addicted to it. You're on your phone for hours at a time, and you guys your thoughts are just so many different places at one time. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to like to find your way. Yeah. And to me that's terrible, man. I don't know how you guys navigate through it. I'm kind of thankful I grew up the time I did because the time I grew up in was a good time.
It was good times.
Yeah, right. It was good times, man. Even the bad times was good times, Even being raised by a single mother and not knowing what it is, what tomorrow's going to be like. But it was always good times. You go outside, you meet up with your friends. It's laughter. It's just talking about, man, ooh, you saw what happened in school today, man. You saw how so and so looked. She was cute, right? She was, man. Ooh, I'm trying to get with her. Yeah. It was just the regular thing. It was never like what you guys like. It's time 100.
Yeah,
we had each other, bro.
Yeah, because they don't have
matter of fact, remember that quote by Park? He said, "In the hood, true homies show you,
yeah, make you feel good,
Yeah, that's what we had.
Real homies make you feel good, like, and that's what we had. That's all we had.
That's all we had,
each other, man.
We had each other, man.
You know what I'm saying? But for the viewers out there that's watching, man, this is just part 1 with Jaden. We're gonna have part 2 coming. Be patient, man. It's gonna be a really good conversation. He's gonna, school you on how to really, look at your kids and really try to get involved with your children, you know what I'm saying? But as always, like me and Al always ask you guys to do is to like, comment, and subscribe. subscribe. Right,
And please hit the like button, guys.
Come on, man.
Hit the like button.
And we see y'all watching now.
Right. Hit the like button.
Just subscribe.
Just subscribe. You know, if you guys hit the like button, it will reach the masses, guys. You guys will help us, you know, and we can grow this platform, you know.
Man, we love and appreciate y'all, man. You know what I'm saying?
Peace.
Sure.
You cannot take my mind. You cannot take my heart. You cannot take my soul. You cannot take my goals. You cannot stop my time. You cannot stop my grind. What's mine will always be mine. I was born to be a fighter, left alone in the fire. Had no one to come and save me. Had to learn I have to save me.